Are you tired of all the negativity on Facebook? Does the news on TV just not apply to our area? Do you want some answers to your questions about our community? Well, no guarantees, but we'll see if we can help with that. Coming to you from the Sewing Machine Repair Studio in the Oaks at Cane Bay in beautiful, unincorporated Berkeley County, South Carolina. Welcome to Cane Bay News. I'm Wes Metter, bringing you good, local news. First off, I'd like to say that I know it's been a little while since I've posted a video, so what I'm going to promise to you is that every 2 weeks there will be a video posted. Whether it's just me staring at the camera or an actual news story, I'll post something every 2 weeks. Now, on this note, I need your help. So I am a one-man show, and I have to film, edit, write, and do all these things myself. But you can help. You can be a part of Cane Bay News. In fact, a couple of stories today were written by Dan Caskey, who heads up Run Cane Bay. You may have heard of that. And then there's a run coming up in March. In fact, Dan didn't just write one of the stories, he also provided all the video that we're going to use for that story. Wow, that was a big help. Thanks, Dan. A little bit later on in our broadcast, I will give you some ideas of things that I'm looking for and need your help with, Cane Bay. A swim meet was held on January 29th at Coastal Carolina YMCA in Georgetown. 5 swim teams from around the region with over 150 swimmers. Bay Bay Krackens had 32 swimmers ages 7 to 18 and had a great showing. The Krakens swim in the Carolina YMCA Swim League and has swimmers competing in events that include freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, individual medley, and the crowd favorite, team relays. The Kraken swim team, which formed in 2019, is coached by Anthony Keskula. I think that's right. Affectionately just known as Coach Tony. Practices at the Cane Bay YMCA. This was the 4th meet of the year and the last one before league championships and regional competitions in February and March. The swim team is a year-round league and is always looking for new swimmers. At this meet, the Krakens had a great showing and they scored 2nd out of 5 teams, with several swimmers performing their personal bests during the meet. As I mentioned before, there are a few ideas that I have that I could use some of your help with. I'd say the most pressing one is I need a Cane Bay sportscaster. Are you the sportscaster type? Do you know what's going on with the high school and with other sports in the area? We could sure use your help. Contact me at wes@canebay.news. Some other ideas. I'd love to see what you've done with your home. What have you done since you moved in that's different than what the builder gave you? Why don't you show us some of that stuff on a video that you make on your own? Also, what are you doing in your garage? Some people make news shows out of their garage. Other people fix sewing machines. Sometimes that might be the same person. But what do you do in your garage? I'd like to know. Why don't you make a video and send it in? Maybe it'll get on the news. Things like that. Anything you can think of, send me a video and maybe it'll make the next episode of Cane Bay News. Trail update. With the weather warming up soon, there's no better time to get out and enjoy the many resources we have at Cane Bay, especially our trails. Not only are the trails great for outdoor exercise and taking your golf cart to Publix, Buffalo Wild Wings, McDonald's, and even the new Agave restaurant, but they also provide a safe place for our kids to travel to school. But if you've been here for a long time, you may have noted some disrepair in the trails. Well, we're excited to announce that the Associa has gotten together this year and started repairing the trails. Our friends at Run Cane Bay are excited, as this will make for a nice, flat, smooth race on March 19th. The race starts at the YMCA and uses the trails that are being repaired. The incredibly handsome and talented Dan Caskey and his team wrote this update to Cane Bay News, and he admits he has nothing to do with the repaving. It just happened to work out really well, as they will be done just a month before the race. Dan was able to meet up with Chuck Taylor in order to get some updates on the construction and see what's going on our trails.
Hey guys, Dan Caskey. I'm here with Chuck Taylor. Chuck Taylor's OG Cane Bay, kind of like me, but he's really OJ. He was here before the roads were here.
I don't know about that.
For those of you that don't know Chuck Taylor, besides being a good neighbor of mine here in Old Rice, he is a longtime resident. He's worked with Grambling, helping this property for a long time. He's cared a lot about it, and he's helping with Associa. He works with Associa as a landscape management. Is that what you would call it?
Yes, the landscape manager and pond and waterway manager for the large lake in the lakes of Cane Bay.
Right, so he's with Associa, and what you would know it as residents for the Cane Bay Master Association. So Chuck was telling me we got some improvements coming to the trails that you need to be aware of. Basically, there's some repaving, some potholes, some fixing that's going to happen starting January 31st, correct?
Yes.
All right. And we're here at the Old Rice Tunnel, sometimes called the second tunnel. But where the paving project is going to go is from the Del Webb, the section that's messed up on the Del Webb side of the trail. And then the other potholes will be addressed. Some repaving projects that would continue towards the front.
Right.
Okay, and one of them where we're at now. We're here at the intersection of Old Rice at Sanctuary. Right now, what happens is you come out of the tunnel, and if you want to make a right-hand turn back towards Lindera Sanctuary Cove, you got to drive on this dirt. We're going to add a paved area there. Correct. There's also a separate drainage project that Berkeley County will be taking care of for both this side and the other side of this trail.
Through here, there under this piece of concrete, there's a flow channel.
Yeah, it should be. There should be, right?
There is actually a flow channel. We've dug it out.
Okay.
So we've talked with the county. The county is going to come in and regrade the ditch.
Okay.
So this will all get reworked, and they'll flush the flow channel so that the water doesn't come over the path. It will then flow under the path to the drain box as it's supposed to.
Okay, all right. And is that happening in the first week of February as well?
No.
Hey, Chuck.
I'm waiting on them to give me a schedule as to when they'll regrade the ditch and open the flow channels. But the pavement will start tomorrow.
Okay, so they're going to do the paving. But also pending, now we don't have a date for this, but what he's told me is that February or March time frame is that the high water section in the Old Rice. So basically, when you cross Decatur to Iverson, that area right there, that floods all the time, for those of you that know
that's going away.
That's going to go away. The county, for those of you that are new, the county put a fourth sewer line, I think, actually. A big sewer line in there as Cane Bay was growing, and now that's taller, so all the water goes on there. So it's their kind of responsibility. So they're responsible for fixing the grading problem, and then our HOA money is responsible for maintaining the existing trails that are there. Is that correct?
Right. So we're going to replace part of that trail where the 90-degree turn is. We're going to take that section out and make it contour more around the lake.
Okay.
And blend in back towards Iverson.
So basically, the cart path that we've made with our cart and our feet, we're going to pave that so that it's not muddy. And then that section that floods, that's the 90-degree turn. We'll maybe turn that into a fishing pond or something. Okay, so that's going to go away. So that'll improve that section. A couple of potholes on the Planners Walk side, those are getting fixed.
Yep.
Now, what about the section in the baseball field from baseball entrance to the high school tunnel or the first tunnel?
That is actually the school district's responsibility.
Okay, so
this is their land.
Got it. So it's on the school district's land. So the HOA will make sure the trail that's there is in good shape, but they can't stop the water from being on top of it. Is that correct?
That's right. They have to do the swell to drain the water.
Got it. So maybe that's another conversation. If any of our school board members are on this feed or you know them, get them in contact with me. I'd love to have a conversation and help understand our role in this, what we can do as a community. Who do we need to talk to say help our kids be able to get there? Certainly love it for running, but for the kids that got to walk through it every time it rains, that's kind of a rough thing. What other projects are happening right now in the next, say, 2 months?
We're in the process of cleaning the tunnels out. Both of them have been pressure washed to this point. Contractor right now to have this painted white
Okay.
And we're going to put an anti-graffiti coating on it to stop this stuff from happening.
And you said there's a light upgrade coming to this too, right?
We're going to do LED lights in here.
Awesome. So that's saving some money too, right? Because it's a little cheaper, right? To run instead of those bulbs that they have to replace once a month.
Right.
So that should help on maintenance, going to clean things up a little bit. So we love that. That now, for those of you curious, well, this costs money. That is correct. Chuck, you told me that like you said $20,000-$30,000 we're spending.
We're doing about $24,000 this year in paving projects.
Okay, and all of that's coming out of whose pocket?
Out of ours.
That's out of our pocket. Now, the good news is you've already paid that money by your HOA Master Associate. So what do I pay that $100 a year for? You're wondering? Well, this is it, to use the neighborhood. So that's where it's going in the maintenance that's going to happen. Now, the trails are going to be closed in sections while they're doing work. They're doing the work kind of 9 to 5?
Yes.
Okay, so for those of you that use the trails to go to school or to go take the kids back and forth before working hours, before say 9 o'clock or so, there's no interruption. And then after hours, they told us there's nothing that's going to be blocking the trails overnight. So this is a pretty quick project. I mean, these guys are used to building interstates and stuff like that. So our trail, not that it's a small thing, but they should be able to knock it through in the sections that they're going to cut out, reasonable sections each day. When they're doing paving projects and stuff. So maybe some interruptions while you're passing through, but there'll be cones and stuff. So just keep your ear out. And then neighbors, when you see them, a section that's blocked, let's just throw up a post.
Right.
Okay, cool.
And we look to have this done within a week.
All right, perfect. So this should be a short-lived kind of interruption that gives us some more great benefits, and we're looking forward to it. Again, this is Chuck Taylor. Now, are you the guy, if they see a problem and they have a question, they should send you an email?
No, shoot it in on Town Square for the Master Association. Trish Baird notifies me of any problems that residents see, and then I'll go out and address this.
Perfect. So to get it logged properly, if you have an issue with any of the landscaping or trails or anything like that, go on your town square, and there's a section where you can put a new ticket, open the ticket, tell them what your issue with. It allows you to upload a picture of it, and then that'll get Trish or whoever or Chuck, and it gets into the system and it logs it. So if enough of us put in stuff about it, then we can get it logged and get it taken care of. So this is good. So again, Dan Caskey here with Chuck Taylor, just letting you know about some of the upcoming improvements to the trail. Thanks a lot. Have a great one. See ya.
See ya.
Kane Bayers were surprised by the freezing weather in the past few weeks, with many people confused as to what to do and unsure of what was going on. While we're not sure if it was safe to drive, many people up north were driving in multiple feet of snow and ice. Then it happened like magic on Saturday morning. The weird white flaky stuff started to come out of the sky. We weren't sure what to do, so we grabbed our phone and recorded this alien precipitation. It's been a couple years since something like this happened, but in true fashion for the South, it was gone as quickly as it arrived. None of it accumulated on the ground or roads. By lunchtime, it was gone, never to be seen again. I hope you all got some footage of this storm situation. Now it's time for some 60s and 70s weather, because South Carolina. Until next time, I'm Wes Metter saying be considerate, Kane Bay, put others before self, and I don't even know what I'm going to say next. The Kraken swim team, formed in 2019, is coached by Anthony, oh my,